So now I want to talk about what is grit. What is it, why does it matter, and how can you develop it in your athletes? A lot of words come up when you think about grit: mental toughness, work ethic, perseverance. You can find a lot of definitions online, and you can read an amazing book by Angela Duckworth. I highly recommend it. It's called Grit. It will teach you all about this stuff. She defines grit as passion and perseverance for long-term goals. What's important to understand is that grit is not just working hard in the moment. In my opinion, grit is the ability to get up after failure, and it's the willingness to try hard things. I think you all know this guy on the left. This is the greatest quarterback of all time. But Tom Brady was not an overnight success. In fact, he was drafted 199th overall and barely made the roster as the fourth-string quarterback for the New England Patriots in 2000. He went on to play 22 years in the NFL. He won 7 Super Bowls, was 5-time Super Bowl MVP, and went to the Pro Bowl 15 times. Tom Brady had grit. I'm fortunate enough to be close friends with Kurt and Brenda Warner, and I recently watched their movie, American Underdog, on a flight to Minnesota. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's great, but I was actually disappointed because it didn't capture how truly amazing their story is. It's true, Kurt Warner was not even the starting quarterback for his 1AA college team until his senior year. Nobody drafted him. He did bag groceries, and he was on food stamps. He played arena football, and with the support of his awesome wife, who was an ex-Marine, and his relentless pursuit of his passion, his effort and grit paid off finally when he led the St. Louis Rams to Super Bowl championship and was named Super Bowl MVP. Most NFL scouts and GMs underestimated these two guys. They thought they didn't have the talent to make it as an NFL quarterback, but they didn't measure their preparation and their grit. So why does grit matter? Because talent is overrated. I try to remember this when I go recruiting and I'm evaluating potential players for my program, and I'm sure you do too. We all say hard work and effort is way more important than talent. But when you're asked to evaluate potential, we all fall back to natural ability. And that's called your unconscious bias towards talent. And we all have it or had it at some point. Listen, I am probably the most competitive person you will ever meet. I will literally die on a treadmill before I will quit. But even I had this bias when I was younger. You see, sports came really easy to me. I played 8 sports growing up, and I got accolades in most of them. I was named Athlete of the Year 4 years in a row at my high school. I went on to play 2 Division I sports at Brown and got All-American recognition in both. I'd never been cut from any team in my life. So in 2002, when I was one of the last players cut from the Olympic team, I thought I had reached my ceiling. That's it. Because I had a fixed mindset about talent. So the very first time I got cut, I thought I had reached my potential. That's as far as you'll go. And at just 22 years old, I hung up my skates. And it's the biggest regret I have to this day.